My Mind.Presents 10 Brilliant Introverts Who Changed History. Throughout history, some of the most influential thinkers, creators, and innovators have been introverts. Their introspective nature, ability to concentrate deeply, and preference for solitude have contributed to groundbreaking ideas and transformative work. Below is a look at 10 brilliant introverts who not only excelled in their fields but left a lasting impact on the world. Number 1. Albert Einstein. The father of modern physics, Albert Einstein is perhaps the most recognizable scientist in history. Despite his fame, Einstein was deeply introverted. He preferred solitary walks and quiet reflection, during which he developed some of his most groundbreaking theories, including the theory of relativity. Einstein's introversion allowed him to spend long hours in deep contemplation, enabling him to pursue complex and abstract ideas about space, time, and the universe. He famously stated, "The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulate the creative mind." Einstein's work revolutionized our understanding of physics and the universe. His equation E equals mc squared is one of the most famous scientific formulas in history. Number 2. Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton, a key figure in the scientific revolution, was also a deeply introverted individual. He spent much of his life in solitude, particularly after the outbreak of the plague, which drove him into isolation. During this time, Newton developed his theories of calculus, optics, and gravitation. His introverted nature allowed him to focus intensely on his research without distractions. Newton's laws of motion and universal gravitation laid the foundation for classical mechanics, which dominated scientists' view of the physical universe for the next 3 centuries. Number 3. Charles Darwin. Known for his theory of evolution by natural selection, Charles Darwin was a quiet, reserved man who preferred the company of his books and nature to large social gatherings. Darwin's work was the product of decades of solitary observation, reflection, and writing. His introverted nature allowed him to patiently collect data over many years, eventually producing his groundbreaking work on the origin of species. Darwin's theory of evolution fundamentally altered the way we understand life on Earth, challenging long-held beliefs and influencing disciplines from biology to anthropology. Number 4. Marie Curie. Marie Curie, a pioneering scientist in the field of radioactivity, was known for her quiet demeanor and preference for solitude. Despite the intense pressures of being a woman in a male-dominated field, Curie remained focused on her research. Her introverted nature allowed her to work in isolation, making groundbreaking discoveries that would change the face of science. Curie was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize, and the only person to win Nobel Prizes in 2 different scientific fields, physics and chemistry. Curie's discoveries of radium and polonium contributed to the development of X-ray machines and cancer treatments. She also paved the way for women in science. Number 5. Emily Dickinson. Emily Dickinson, one of America's greatest poets, lived much of her life in seclusion. An intensely private person, Dickinson rarely left her home and communicated with friends and family mostly through letters. Her introverted nature fostered her unique poetic voice, which was often concerned with themes of death, immortality, and nature. Dickinson's poems, characterized by their brevity and emotional depth, were mostly published posthumously. Dickinson's work transformed American poetry, influencing generations of poets with her innovative use of language, form, and content. Number 6. J.K. Rowling. The creator of the Harry Potter series, J.K. Rowling, is another introverted figure whose introspective nature helped her excel. Rowling spent years working quietly on her manuscripts in cafes, often while battling depression and poverty. Her introverted nature allowed her to immerse herself in the fictional world of Hogwarts, creating complex characters and intricate plots that resonated with readers around the globe. Rowling's Harry Potter series became a worldwide phenomenon, shaping the childhoods of millions and changing the landscape of modern literature. Number 7. Bill Gates. Co-founder of Microsoft and one of the wealthiest individuals in the world, Bill Gates is a classic example of a successful introvert. Known for his quiet demeanor and preference for small gatherings, Gates has described himself as a deep thinker who thrives in solitude. His introversion allowed him to focus intensely on developing software during the early days of Microsoft, paving the way for the personal computing revolution. Gates revolutionized the tech industry by making personal computing accessible to millions, ultimately changing the way we work, communicate, and live. Number 8. Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi, the leader of the Indian independence movement, was an introverted man who preferred reflection and quiet contemplation over public appearances. Gandhi's introverted nature allowed him to develop a deep inner strength, which he used to guide his philosophy of non-violent resistance. His peaceful approach to civil disobedience inspired millions and played a crucial role in India's eventual independence from British rule. Gandhi's philosophy of non-violence influenced civil rights movements worldwide, including those led by Martin Luther King Jr. and Nelson Mandela. Number 9. Franz Kafka. Franz Kafka, one of the most influential writers of the 20th century, was a deeply introverted individual. Kafka lived much of his life in relative obscurity, working as an insurance clerk by day and writing by night. His introversion allowed him to explore themes of alienation, bureaucracy, and the absurdity of existence in his works, most notably in The Metamorphosis and The Trial. Kafka's writing style was characterized by its precision, clarity, and psychological depth, reflecting his introspective nature. Kafka's works have had a profound influence on modern literature, and the term Kafkaesque has become synonymous with surreal, oppressive, and nightmarish situations. Number 10. Elon Musk. Though often in the public eye due to his ventures, Elon Musk has spoken about his introverted tendencies. As a child, Musk was extremely shy and often bullied, finding solace in books and computers. His introversion led to an early interest in science and technology, which later fueled his visionary work in companies like Tesla, SpaceX, and Neuralink. Musk's ability to focus intensely on complex problems and innovations has driven the development of electric vehicles, space exploration, and the pursuit of sustainable energy solutions. Musk is at the forefront of several industries that are shaping the future, including electric vehicles, space travel, and renewable energy. These 10 figures illustrate the immense power of introversion. While extroverts often gain attention for their outward energy and sociability, introverts have a unique ability to think deeply, work quietly, and bring about profound change. Many of the world's most significant breakthroughs and movements were the product of introverted minds, individuals who thrived in solitude and used their reflective nature to push the boundaries of what is possible. The common thread among these brilliant individuals is their capacity for deep concentration and innovation, qualities that are often enhanced by their introverted nature. Introverts may not always be in the spotlight, but their contributions to history are undeniable, proving that true genius often comes from within. Research in psychology has shown that introverts are often better at problem-solving, creative thinking, and self-reflection. These traits allow introverts to excel in fields that require deep thought, such as science, literature, and philosophy. Furthermore, introverts often value quality over quantity in their relationships, which can lead to more meaningful collaborations and deeper insights into human behavior. In a world that sometimes values extroversion, the achievements of these historical figures serve as a reminder that introversion is not a limitation but a strength. Their stories inspire introverts everywhere to embrace their quiet nature, knowing that great things can be accomplished in the stillness of thought.